Welcome to Estonian Cricket Weekly. I am Ragnar Hallik. Before we get started, like the video, subscribe and share it with your friends to help us spread Estonian cricket to the world. This week we take you around the world with ECA to Montenegro. On Friday, Hippos played the first game against Montenegro Buccaneers. Buccaneers got 207 runs and Hippos chased it down with 2 overs to spare. Big shout out to Dave Robson for 101 runs in the game. In game 2, Hippos played the Oak Hill Daverners. Daverners scored 207 despite 80 runs from Stu Hook. The Hippos could only manage 180 runs in 20 overs. Stu Hook got up with the Buccaneers captain Jack Beezy to discuss cricket in Montenegro.
Hi guys, Stuart from the ECA. I'm down here in the port of Montenegro playing some cricket. I'm joined with the Buccaneers captain, leader, Jack Beezy.
Not quite legend yet.
Not quite legend yet, maybe after this tournament. Well, Jack, welcome to ECA and thanks for your time.
Thank you, pleasure.
Can you tell us about this little setup we got here? It's quite unique for cricket playing people, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a unique ground. I mean, we're here in Montenegro. It's the 5th most mountainous country in the world.
Yeah.
So flat land is hard to find, but we've got a nice pitch here, which we're trying to develop into a proper cricket pitch.
Yeah.
We've got some funding from our sponsor Salon Privé to help us with that. They've kindly sponsored the tournament here today as well. and cricket is just going to be a new boost for the local community here.
Oh, it's great to hear. How long have you known about cricket in this little area?
So I moved out here in 2020 during COVID, so there wasn't much going on, but you guys did come down, when was it, September 2020?
September, yeah.
And so that was my first sort of acknowledgement of cricket in the Balkans and in Montenegro itself.
Yeah.
Came and watched, spoke to the team, and it moved from there into what is now a captain role. So
Very good.
it's all happened rather quickly, but it's good.
Were you expecting when you moved to Montenegro that there'd even be cricket around?
Not at all, not at all. So I was a keen cricketer back in the UK before I moved out here. Thought I might have to give it up, but a few lads here had set up a small team, and I was one of the lucky enough to join and play.
So behind the scenes, how much time does your role as captain and also a resident of this town take in regards to cricket? Is it a bit more than expected, or not?
There's more to it than I expected. There's a lot of admin work behind the scenes to get events like this set up. Speaking to teams coming over, making sure flights aren't delayed and they're staying in hotels nearby, that they have restaurants and bars that they can go to in the evenings, and then we try and join them for a couple of drinks as well.
How have you found so you're contacting teams, or are teams contacting you, and how have you found the interaction moving?
So I'm less involved in bringing teams over. I'm more told, we've got this team, can you help with X, Y, Z? And that's my role to help as the captain there, and as part of the sponsorship as well, to help with the events.
So generally, what's the feedback you're getting from the people and the clubs who come down here to play their cricket?
Firstly, they don't expect a ground like this to be in a place like this. I mean, behind, you can probably see in the background, we've got one of the biggest super yachts in the world, the Black Pearl.
Wow.
There's not many cricket pitches in the world that have that. So it's more of a shock, it's a bit of a surprise, and then they realise what's on offer here and they say, look, can we come back again?
Yeah, awesome, So, coming back again, and the future of cricket is part of Montenegro, because it's not the capital city, which is quite unique.
It's we're a small town on the coast of 13,000 people. The capital has 250,000, so we're looking for numbers here, and it's hard to find, and the summer's the only time we can recruit, but we're now looking at doing it with the locals and some of the schools that we're going to try and approach and offer some coaching, some free coaching sessions in our net, and hopefully it builds up to more locals playing, and that's our aim.
How has the initial discussions with the local community gone on behind the scenes? Where they see cricket on a Saturday or Sunday, but then them knowing that you want to develop it in the area, how has that sort of been received?
They've let us do what we need to do. They don't have the knowledge of cricket to be able to promote it, and so that's down to us as a team and as a group of lads to get that awareness out there, get the name of the Buccaneers into local Facebook groups and on Twitter and on Instagram, and then from there we're very welcoming, and we want people to come and play.
So where do you see this little Tivat Cricket Association, the Buccaneers, in a couple of years' time, and also in maybe 5 or 7 years' time down the track?
Well, we'd like to think of ourselves as a mini a mini Estonia, where it was just a small group of expats who've grown into a good club association sort of side. You've got an international part, you're ICC affiliated. Maybe in 5 to 10 years that might happen, but for now we just want to grow slowly, get a few more locals playing, and then we'll see what happens from there.
So this is pretty much the last weekend of cricket for a lot of countries in Europe. What are your potential plans to do over the winter sort of Christmas period? So
usually in the last couple of years we've taken the winter off. A few people do go back to the UK or their homes in South Africa and Australia and stuff. So we do take a hiatus. But this year we're looking to continue doing nets. Once every 2 weeks is what we're trying to do. Obviously people struggle with work and stuff. But as we grow, it's going to be more disciplined, and throughout winter we should be looking to get a few net sessions in. So
nice. Well, that leads on to next summer. At this stage, do you have any plans on touring teams arriving next summer? Are they asking you a year out? Or?
So we do schedule a year in advance, and we've got plans to play at least 6 games next year against a variety of other teams. A competition isn't scheduled yet, but who knows, if the teams are out there and they want to come, you're more than welcome to.
Have you worked with any of the countries nearby? So it's like Croatia, Serbia.
So we
Slovenia,
haven't yet, but the Serbian national team have started to kick on. They've got a women's team that they've recently set up. That's the next step. It's to play the local Balkans. It's to play Croatia, to play Bosnia, to play Serbia. We know Romania are in the ECL, so they've got a cricket team. The Bulgarians have a cricket team. We're the only ones that haven't got a proper setup yet. That's our step. That's our aim. We want that.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time. All the best on your plans. Certainly a lot going on.
No, pleasure.
Cheers very much.
I hope I see you next year at your place.
Absolutely. Come up and join us.
So we here at Porte and Montenegro having our finals day. Final is happening behind us. As of now, we have Oak Hill and Bounders playing in the finals. We're gonna have some great cricket and enjoy Montenegro. Finals they started with the 3rd place playoff between Old Horse and Montenegro Buccaneers, with Buccaneers winning. Next up was the 1st place playoff between Bounders Cricket Club and Oak Hill Daveners. The Bounders were too strong and were crowned champions. And finally, we have the 5th place playoff between Tallinn Hippos and Plastics. Plastics batted first. Hippos had a fantastic bowling and fielding effort, with Jaanika taking a hat-trick, and the Plastics were bowled out with 129. Stu Hook again batted well, and it was Liina Sõrmus who hit the winning runs, smashing a 4 with 1 over to spare.
Briefly had to turn the volume down for a moment. I do apologise. Oh, and that one has stayed low, as so many balls have this weekend.
I think we were out at sea, the Hippos team, yesterday, and I think we heard that cheer from there. So, he's had a swing at that. Stu Hook. Oh, what a catch by Stuart Hook. Oh, that's a fantastic catch. Well, and so tell us a bit more about the Plastics. Do you play in a... that one's up in the air. Excuse me a second. Crossy underneath it, and he's caught that one as well.
He's taken it, covered it.
He certainly is.
Oh,
and that's a wicket. Look how happy she is. Each other with a rugby pitch in the middle. Oh, that one's up in the air. Oh, what a catch!
What a ridiculous catch! A one-handed grab on the sprint.
With the start, but then again, the catching has been fantastic. We've seen, what, 3 catches of the 5 wickets, and that's another wicket there.
That's 2 in 2. 5 continents and 100. Not 100 different nations, my apologies. That's Alex stumped and...
shared our horror stories of injuries, but in the first over of our first game, I ran along that boundary. Oh, that one's up in the air.
Yeah,
Robbo's underneath it. And right in the middle of camera. Well, you must have heard about my degree in geology. And oh, he's taken it.
And he has got a stumping.
He wobbled out.
Did he wobble out?
And he took a few to get his eye in.
Round arm
That'll
action,
do.
but that's out
It's up,
there.
it's underneath Tim Cross, he's caught it, and that will be it. 1 ball.
Here we must get back to this game in hand as well,
Yes,
because
I think we're 9 balls in. That's the fall of Mac's wicket.
making his way over now. He's got quite short steps, old Henry, but he'll get here. There's another wicket fallen.
Was told that is a shot.
That's a huge hit. On show here today. And that's a lovely cut shot for 4.
Objective opinion. It was, oh, that's another one that stayed low and the bowler apologises.
35 years or so. So, no, this will definitely have to, there'll have to be a trophy cabinet built somewhere in some...
He will smite it.
First wicket was off a known ball, caught behind.
Oh, that's a cracking shot. Absolutely pummeled over mid-off.
He bowled some rather nice off spin.
Oh, and he just bowled his first ball.
Just been popped back. It's just landed over the rope. Certainly has. Here he is again, coming. Oh, that's so good. He's got a hold of that nicely.
Oh, it's a big six.
And it's down in the crowd.
But for now, in comes.
Oh,
that's a big
wow.
six.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good one. We were a bit lethargic And weary.
Oh, and he goes again. And that looks like
that's another one
as well.
That's really helping. Actually, that he's now got 6 grandsons. Oh my word!
That is a glorious shot.
Yeah.
And
there it is.
That's
That's a 6. That's a great one.
That's a huge hit over square leg.
A lot of singles out there, and you know it is. Oh, here we go. He's got a hold of that. He's just sort of followed that one, and he's just put it over.
That could go.
That's huge.
Yeah,
that's absolute. Oh God, that's actually is bigger than the 6 that was taken.
Yeah.
I missed all that good bowling. Oh, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. And I think this is got to pitch it really on this pack. You've just got to pitch it.
Oh,
That's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's another 6.
Another 6. That is.
This is what this tournament is all about.
Veiko looks like he has rakia for breakfast. And
just the one bottle. Is that I am quite a novice and a newbie to cricket. I do a bit more umpiring than actual playing. We'll just pause for a second because there's a catching chance here. Oh,
and it's not quite
no dive. He might be run out. That he is run out.
It's going to have to be extremely measured. Oh, he has taken a wicket first ball. However, bowling one of the girls out first ball. Oh, and the duck's on. The duck's on. He's like Jarvis but yellow. And he's running around in the outfit and he's following the poor old batswoman, the batter, who's walking off. He's traipsing behind her. Comes into bowl and yep, it's in the air and it's caught.
He's been caught.
And he's been caught.
On the boundary. Giving him the best shot.
And he bowls and oh,
here comes the duck.
The duck's back on because she has been clean bowled. She's celebrating as if she's got 100. Oh, Lena has just absolutely through the bowler, straight for 4. Lovely half
and the
volley.
Tallinn Hippos have won this People's Final.
The Tallinn Hippos are victorious. They're streaming onto the pitch.
So that's it for Hippos in Montenegro. Thank you, Buccaneers, for putting on a great game weekend. Thank you our sponsors, Blue Room and Salon Privé. And of course, see you back in Estonia for some great cricket. Thanks to our sponsors, sportsbet.io, Hi.com, Bluff VPN, Nordcon, Beton and HML Project Management for the continued support of cricket in Estonia.